Hello, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, art history enthusiasts and visual culture aficionados. It's me again, Miss M, and I'm back with yet another video. And today, I want to do something a little different. Excuse me. I'm starting as usual at my home page, so you know that you're in the right place. But, like I said, I want to do something a little different, and this video is basically just an intro to what I'm hoping will become a new or additional series to what I've already kind of been doing here. As you can see, I've recently uploaded another exorcist video, another hunter video, some, miscellaneous videos about miscellaneous topics, Egyptian art, my Shining videos, etc. And today, like I said, I want to kind of kick off another kind of video series or something that I hope will be in episodes or whatever. And the topic I want to cover in these videos is art crimes. I just kind of had the idea last night. What is it about this particular branch of the art world that is so interesting and fascinating? I don't know what it is, but it is interesting and fascinating. And what sort of gets me is how rarely it's discussed. So, just a couple of links for this video, because I'm hoping it won't be too long, because it's just an intro to this topic that I'm going to add to in the future. I don't know what I'm going to, what case is the first one I'm going to cover, but this is, again, just to sort of get started. Here we are at the FBI's website, and this is their art theft page. This is what I found. Okay, art theft. They have a badge here. The ACT Act or Art Crime Team for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. So this is serious stuff. They've the FBI has dedicated like apparently a whole branch of what they do as far as law enforcement and prosecuting people or gathering evidence to prosecute criminals just in the realm of art. And I find this fascinating. So apparently it's considered like its own separate thing, right? So let me just read a little bit of this. Art theft. Art and cultural property crime, which includes theft, fraud, looting, and trafficking across state and international lines, is a looming criminal enterprise with estimated losses in the billions of dollars annually. To recover these precious pieces and to bring these criminals to justice, the FBI has a dedicated art crime team of 20 special agents supported by DOJ trial attorneys for prosecutions. The Bureau also runs the National Stolen Art File, a computerized index of reported stolen art and cultural properties for the use of law enforcement agencies across the world. Oh, okay. The National Stolen Art File. Wow. They actually have a database that tracks all this stuff. The art crime team. The FBI established a rapid deployment art crime team in 2004. The team is composed of 20 special agents, each responsible for addressing art and cultural property crime cases in an assigned geographic region. The art crime team is coordinated through the FBI's art theft program located at FBI headquarters in Washington, D.C. Art crime team agents receive specialized training in art and cultural property investigations and assist in art-related investigation worldwide in cooperation with foreign law enforcement officials and FBI legal attaché offices. The U.S. Department of Justice provides special trial attorneys to the art crime team for prosecutive support. Since its inception, the art crime team has recovered more than 15,000 items valued at over $800 million. Okay, so they have a video, which you can, I guess, I'm going to provide the link for this so you can look at this in your own time. So you can click on this and watch. It's a YouTube video. I'm going to watch it later. And they've got all this, extra information down here. I guess different codes or whatever for the law regarding, I guess, how to treat each individual type of art crime, theft from interstate shipment, interface with commerce by threats of violence, the Hobbs Act, interstate transportation of stolen property, theft of major artwork, illegal trafficking in Native American human remains and cultural items, theft of government property. And then it tells you, like, what, I don't know if this is like to tell people what to do or what they do. I'm not sure. And then they have these interesting articles here. FBI top 10 art crimes, Iraqi looted and stolen artifacts. Isabella Stewart Gardner. Now that's a famous one. I might be covering that one. I don't know. Or I might not, because like so many people have already covered it. So we'll see. Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum theft. Theft of Caravaggio's Nativity with San Lorenzo and San Francesco. Theft of the Davidoff Marini Stradivarius, the Van Gogh Museum, robbery. Oh, recovered. Okay. Theft of Cézanne's view of Auvers-sur-Oise. Theft of the Gertrude Vanderbilt Whitney murals. How did that even happen? Wow. How did somebody steal murals? Theft from the Museo Chacara do Sul. I probably pronounced that very badly. Theft of Van Mieris à Cavalier. Theft of Renoir oil painting. And then they have external links. Okay, International Council of Museums, Interpol, stolen works. Okay. So as you can see, art theft is a major problem. And it's big business for the criminals themselves and whoever it is that is like really behind all of this. Okay, so I knew that this was a thing. I mean, I knew. Everybody's heard of the, like, for example, the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. Everybody's heard of that. They've done shows about that on TV and whatever. But I didn't know it was this extensive. I didn't know that it was this, like, deep. Really didn't know. But so this is a really great starting point with their links and everything on this page. I will link to that in my description for this video. Also, ArtNet News, kind of an industry standard publication, and they have an art crime section for their website, I guess. So I'll leave this link as well. Did 2 school teachers pull off the heist of a major de Kooning? De Kooning. Let me tell you about de Kooning. The auction prices for de Koonings are out of this world. Absolutely out of this world. And so how 2 school teachers managed to make off with a de Kooning? I don't know. Like, you would assume that these works of art that are worth all this crazy money, like huge, crazy, obscene amounts of money, you'd think that they'd be like really highly guarded and like in really safe locations that are impervious to theft or whatever. But I guess not. I don't know. More crime stories. I don't know what this one is. Fugitive billionaire Joseph Lau will auction off millions of dollars in art and wine to make up for stock market losses. Okay. Police. Oh, NFTs. Now this, I still don't know what an NFT really is. I guess I'm going to learn in the process of preparing videos for this topic, for the art crimes topic. Police arrest 2 20-year-olds for allegedly conning collectors out of $1 million with ice cream themed NFT artworks. Oh dear. Okay. All right. U.S. authorities have indicted a Super Blue sales director as an alleged conspirator of disgraced art dealer Inigo Philbrick. Okay. Oh, looky. This is interesting. This is under the category of law. The U.S. Treasury Department has issued a closely watched report on money laundering. The upshot: nothing to see here, folks. Okay. All right. So, I might be covering some of these stories. Okay. Wow. This is fascinating. I don't know why I didn't start doing this sooner. I mean, my channel has only been like what? It's just a little over 2 months old. So, I'm still new to this. I'm still very new. And I've been doing what I've been doing, but I know there's so much more to do. So, I'm going to keep developing my videos and keep touching on different subject matters and stories and whatever within the world of art. The art newspaper. This is interesting. They have a bunch. Oh, wait. Let me get rid of this stupid cookie thing. Okay. The art newspaper. Art crime. There it is. See? Crypto collectors beware. Why online wallets are increasingly vulnerable to theft. Then this one. Anna Sorokin, art world scammer facing deportation from U.S., is the star of New York exhibition. Okay. Belgian cuts to art crime policing weaken intelligence gathering. Okay, this is all fascinating, but I'm going to have to focus on like one story at a time when I do my videos, and I'm going to try and do as thorough a job as possible. I'm not an expert in this subject, but I'm a very good quick study. So, and I'm very good at sorting out articles and finding info that actually tells you something rather than, I mean, you've probably noticed if you've looked for information online, you've probably noticed that a lot of it is repetitive. It's like the same article copied and pasted to like however many different magazines or blogs or websites, and it's like, really, this obviously the same person wrote all of this, so it's just kind of being recycled again and again and again and again. And maybe one, if you've read one, you've read them all, that kind of thing. But I'm pretty good at finding, not to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good at finding not just the pertinent information, but I'm also good at reading what's available and kind of zeroing in on what doesn't make sense. So that's my, I guess, superpower, if I have one. Then this is a hyperallergenic article. How does the FBI art crime team operate? The art market provides an opportunity for people to move money in a way that they can't with other commodities, says FBI Special Agent Chris McKeo. All right. So I'll read a little bit of this. What does this caption say? Okay, so not worth me reading to you. That's why I'm checking. And I make a lot of my videos on the fly, so because I want to maintain a conversational kind of style when I do this. But here we go. It is difficult to paint a clear picture, statistically speaking, of the scale and impact of art crime. The transnational phenomenon spans forgeries, fakes, money laundering, illicit trafficking, illicit excavation, cultural spoliation, theft and looting, and can be intertwined with other forms of organized crime, such as drug smuggling and arms trafficking as well. An annual report released by the International Criminal Police Organization, Interpol, indicates that in 2020, the organization's 72 member countries seized a whopping 854,742 cultural objects, including paintings, sculptures, numismatic items, archaeological artifacts, and library materials. But Interpol's seizure count pales in comparison to a more speculative number released in 2020 by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, which estimated that the illicit cultural property trade is worth $10 billion annually. Okay. All right. Well, that sounds serious. The art crime team is headquartered in Washington, D.C., and situated in the FBI Criminal Investigative Division's Transnational Organized Crime Global Section. The team started out with 8 part-time agents. Now it has grown to 22 members. The other article said 20. Well, the FBI website itself said 20. I guess maybe this is updated. I don't know. Let me check the date on this article. Yeah, this is from this year, January 2022. Okay, so they say 22 members, a mix of part-time and full-time employees spread throughout the country, with paired agents stationed in larger cities such as New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Philadelphia. The FBI art crime team's motivation is twofold: to hold the subjects responsible and to recover the cultural heritage objects in question. Since its inception, the team has recovered more than 20,000 objects valued at over $900 million, says FBI Supervisory Special Agent Randolph J. Deaton the fourth, who manages the FBI art crime program. And here is a picture of them. FBI agents trained in art, transportation, package, and crate the stele of Lakshmi Narayana in preparation for its return to the government of Nepal in March 2021. Okay. Wow. So they have to train these guys, and I'm saying that because it's all men in this picture, to crate and package works. That's a specialized kind of thing in the world of art transportation. Like, art is difficult to ship. Let's just put it that way. I don't know if you've ever tried to ship a painting. There's issues. There's like logistics issues. There are material issues, like, especially if the painting is worth a lot of money. You don't want it to get damaged. Like, I'm just talking about a painting. You don't want it to get damaged in any way, shape, or form. You don't want anything to puncture the canvas. You don't want anything, if it's framed, to damage the frame. So you've got to think about not just the kind of material. The best is wood. The best is, like, get some plywood and build a crate of your own. Some people use cardboard, which is ridiculous. But it's not just the container or the box that you make and what material, but also if you're going to wrap the painting, you got to make sure that nothing touches that canvas that can stick to it. It's a mess. So, like, when the job of an art preparator, it's much more complicated than it sounds. And they train, obviously, these FBI agents how to do that, especially with, very old things or very delicate, fragile things. So that's interesting. So they don't just outsource that. They have the agents themselves learn how to do it, which I think is amazing. The 2004 date, I guess, for the formation of the art crimes team is a bit misleading in the sense that the FBI has been working art crime matters for decades, says FBI Special Agent Chris McKeough, one of the 2 dedicated agents based in the Art World Hub of New York. McKeough has been with the art crime team for 7 years and worked everything from money laundering cases to shipwreck cases. He has recovered an estimated 4,000 items himself, though he notes that the process of recovery is intrinsically collaborative, involving tipsters, auction house and museum contacts, academic experts, prosecutors, and law enforcement colleagues at home and abroad. McKeough says that the FBI has been heavily involved with counteracting crime since the 60s, adding that he has an active case from 1962. Well, that's amazing. That is just absolutely amazing. I'm fascinated by this for obvious reasons and not so obvious reasons. Again, they mentioned the National Stolen Art File, a publicly available database of stolen cultural property passing a $2,000 threshold. Okay. Wow. I'm just looking. I'm just looking at this. This is, again, I'm trying to find. Huh. Well, this is interesting. Though high-profile art thefts certainly still happen. In March 2020, for example, a masterpiece by Vincent van Gogh was stolen from a Dutch museum that was temporarily closed under pandemic lockdown. The publicity generated around the theft of important works hinders their resale. The FBI art crime team maintains a public top 10 art crimes list inspired by the FBI's 10 most wanted fugitives list, which has been around since 1950. Topping the list are artifacts looted from Iraq in 2003, many of which have been recovered and repatriated, though thousands of returns remain outstanding, and the infamous Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum heist, which I mentioned a little while ago, which involved a theft of an estimated $500 million in paintings in a single night in 1990. Despite the museum's offer of a $10 million reward, the crime remains unsolved more than 3 decades later. Wow. Interpol reports that most art thefts take place at private residences, though museums and places of worship are certainly targets. Regarding theft, there is also the related issue of illicit excavation from archaeological sites, which appears to be on the rise in Asia and the South Pacific, where Interpol's report indicated that 40 times as many objects were seized from illicit excavation sites in 2020 over 2019. Okay. This is the thing. This is what I'm really interested in. Today, it is not unusual for art to be tied up with fraud and money laundering schemes, forgeries, intentional imitations of artworks, and fakes, intentional misrepresentations of artworks, are also a growing problem, facilitated by the ease of buying and selling material without proper documentation in highly unregulated online markets. Okay. I mean, anybody who knows about museums or has read a little bit about it, they know that, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but there's a lot of fakes. There's a lot of forgeries in museums. There's a couple of really infamous cases that involve Van Gogh. For some reason, that Van Gogh and his paintings, I don't know. People love to mess with them and use them for all kinds of underhanded stuff. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about Van Gogh, but yeah, there are a lot of just fake works of art in museums. And I don't mean your little community museum run by a bunch of grandmas. No, I mean world-renowned museums and they know, in many cases, they know that they're displaying fake or forged, fraudulent, whatever you want to call it, works of art, but they don't care. They're not about to announce that it's a fake or correct that, or they're not, they're probably not going to cooperate with law enforcement. They're probably not going to report it to the FBI because it brings revenue. It brings, publicity. It brings visitors, even if it's a scandal. That's so the world of art museums it operates just like the entertainment industry. There's no such thing as bad publicity. That's what I've been led to believe from my readings. But, okay. So I'm not going to just, what is this? Who are these people? Ooh. Oh, this is their training seminar. This is interesting. This is really, oh my goodness. I love this article. But I'm going to let you read the rest if you would like to, when you would like to. Like I said, I'm sorry. I can't get over how interesting this article is. I'll let you read it. I'll put in the link in the description of this video. And like I said, this is just an intro video for me. I'm gonna be doing videos, hopefully, about art crime cases, famous ones, maybe not so famous ones. Whenever I find something interesting, I will do a report, my little vlog report on it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Hopefully we'll both together learn about what's going on. I'm really hoping that I can find stuff like, okay, what they mentioned about Iraq and stuff like that, or even the stuff that was stolen, the fine art that was stolen during World War II, the Nazi treasures that they stole from, where was it, Russia, and so on and so. I really would like to learn more about that, and when I do learn more about that, I will present the information to you. So this is like a milestone for me. I haven't taken up even a whole 30 minutes yet for this video, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to make this a shorter video than my usual ones. And again, hopefully you'll stay with me on this journey to learning more about this area of the arts, the crimes and frauds and forgeries and money laundering and so on that is done through, in, however, art. Okay? So can't wait to do that. So at this point in the video, I would like to thank you for watching. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for returning. If you like this, if this sparks your curiosity or inspires you to learn more about art or anything really, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share if you know somebody who would enjoy these videos and the topics that I do. And that's about it. Please do stay tuned for more. I will be coming back soon with another video. I will find a reason. I will find some reason to talk at you again soon. So until then, once again, thank you. And I will go ahead and bid you bye-bye. So, bye-bye, everybody.